Something occurred to me recently. Did you ever notice the ages the patriarchs lived to? Abraham, 175. Isaac, 180. But then we see the drop off in ages, as Jacob only lived to be 145, and his son Joseph only to 110. But you also notice during the same time period, their diet changed? Abraham is mentioned only using grain as rare, expensive food to show wealth and show honor to people that showed up. Where he made the cakes for the strangers who showed up before they went off to Sodom and God destroyed it. Then the very first patriarch ever mentioned growing grain is Isaac. Mentions that he's the first patriarch mentioned to sowing wheat or any type of grain, and he reaped 100-fold. The Bible says in that first year, first harvest he ever planted. Then we see Jacob, who during the 7 years famine was buying wheat from Egypt as its primary food source to stay alive during the famine. And of course, after that, they moved down to Egypt, where wheat was a common food staple. So basically, we see him going from a hunter-gatherer slash pastoralist diet over toward a grain-based diet, and their ages drop. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Other possibilities could also include increased UV exposure, degradation of the atmosphere and stuff, less cloud cover, increasing UV exposure. Things like that could also be playing a part. But I do wonder about the grain. We do know that Abraham liked savory venison with herbs and stuff like that. They also mention Esau cooking lentils. We know lentils, but lentils are very high in glutathione, and they're precursors to it, which is a high antioxidant. And grass-fed meat is also very high in these type things. So our savory herbs are very healthy. And black seal is known to help fight cancer. So that could be a attribute of a very healthy diet versus the grain-based unhealthy diet of the Egyptians and Canaanites and early Lydians. Tell me all what you all think.